There's something deeply human about a talking monkey in a glass dome ranting about world domination. Mojo Jojo is ridiculous, yes. But behind the spiraling monologues and cartoon chaos hides one of the most honest portrayals of ego ever put on screen. Mojo isn't just a villain. He's what happens when intelligence becomes obsession, when reason mutates into a cage, when the need to be seen replaces the need to be. He is, in essence, the Frankenstein of intellect, a creature built from the shards of human ambition, logic, and pride. And like Frankenstein's monster, he is alone, brilliant, and broken. Mojo's origin story begins with a wound, rejection. Once a lab assistant, mocked and overlooked, he became the embodiment of the question: what happens when the mind that saves the world is never loved by it? His genius doesn't liberate him. It isolates him. Every invention, every plan, every rant is a desperate attempt to reclaim a sense of worth, to prove he matters in a world that only seems to reward simplicity, beauty, and power. The Powerpuff Girls, his eternal nemeses, represent everything Mojo isn't. They are effortless. They succeed without needing to overthink. They act from instinct, emotion, and, worst of all, joy. To Mojo, that's infuriating. How can they, with their childish giggles and pastel dresses, be more effective than the being who understands everything? His hatred for them is really self-hatred turned outward. The rage of intellect confronting the unfair truth that life isn't won by logic alone. In that sense, Mojo is more than a villain. He's a mirror. He reflects the arrogance of our own species, the belief that if we just think hard enough, build enough, control enough, we can outsmart the chaos of existence. But what he never learns, what he can't learn, is that the chaos is part of being alive. By trying to eliminate it, he destroys the very thing he wants to master. Watch him carefully and you'll see it. The laughter that's a little too long, the eyes twitching behind the glass dome. His mind is his weapon, but it's also his tormentor. He speaks in spirals because he thinks in spirals, unable to stop analyzing, correcting, re-explaining himself to a world that isn't listening. His intelligence becomes self-consuming, feeding off his insecurity until he's trapped in an endless echo chamber of his own superiority. That's the tragedy. Mojo Jojo's evil isn't about power. It's about validation. He doesn't want to destroy the world. He wants it to notice him. Every I, Mojo Jojo, is a cry for recognition. Every failed plan is a failed attempt to connect. He builds machines because he can't build relationships. He seeks domination because he's terrified of irrelevance. He's not just the villain of Townsville. He's the patron saint of overthinkers, perfectionists, and egocentric geniuses who confuse intelligence with identity. He is the part of us that fears being ordinary, that measures worth by control, that hides pain behind logic. And that's why he's so modern. In an age obsessed with optimization, productivity, and intellectual status, Mojo feels painfully familiar. We build technologies that make us gods, yet feel more alienated than ever. We mistake knowledge for wisdom, analysis for understanding, and attention for love. Mojo's downfall isn't madness, it's relevance. He becomes obsolete in a world that doesn't care about his genius. His insanity isn't the opposite of intelligence. It's intelligence without empathy. Thought detached from feeling. Reason turned inward until it collapses on itself. There's a haunting irony to it all. The smarter he gets, the less he understands. He can calculate, invent, predict, but he can't feel. The more he tries to outthink his loneliness, the deeper it buries him. In the end, Mojo Jojo isn't defeated by the Powerpuff Girls. He's defeated by his own reflection. His dome, shining and transparent, is his greatest symbol. A mind on display, visible yet unreachable. He can see the world, but he can't touch it. And maybe that's the real warning. We build our own glass domes, intellectual, emotional, digital, thinking they'll protect us from chaos. But they only isolate us from the pulse of life. Mojo Jojo isn't just a parody of the mad scientist trope. He's a mirror for humanity's collective delusion that the mind alone can save us, that thinking more will make us whole, that mastery is the same as meaning. But in the end, all that genius, all that logic, all that control, it just echoes in an empty lab, unanswered. Maybe the tragedy of Mojo Jojo isn't that he wanted too much power. Maybe it's that he wanted love and thought he could think his way into deserving it.